What's going on, guys? This is Matt Zeiss from Between the Lines, just giving you all a prologue introduction. Over the years, I've discussed starting a podcast with multiple people and decided, I'm just going to start it up. Had a conversation recently that I thought would be nice to put out there into the world, give it a test run. I drop a few F-bombs, I say like a lot, I say a lot, but it's a work in progress. The first conversation takes place with somebody who would like to remain anonymous, so to maintain their anonymity, I disguise their voice just a little bit. I'll probably have future conversations with them as well, where their voice will still be disguised. Hope you all enjoy the conversation as much as I did.
Hey, sorry. Oh, yo. Was that better? Sorry about that. I forgot to vox you on what the mystery advice was, and I'm pretty sure what you said that you missed. I started off with saying about the breath control, and by the way, I was extremely tired when I was saying that advice anyways, and I do want to say, yes, you can still feel your chest move. You just don't want that to be the dominant area that is moving, so you want, yes, your rib cage to expand outwards, your stomach to expand outwards, everything to expand outwards when you're taking a nice big breath in, and then all of that collapsing back when you're letting it out. And then that mystery advice that I was saying was that sometimes when I'm approaching a very high note, I haven't done it in a long time because I'm not trying to be like, oh, I just know how to do everything. No, it just comes with experience. But when you're trying to get those high notes out, sometimes you can pull your stomach muscles in to kind of shoot that sound out when you're getting to that point. So you take that big breath in and then pull those stomach muscles in to help get that sound out. Now that's a technique used just to I usually do that with people that are just beginning and trying to figure out how they can get that sound out. But it's something that you could try. And also making sure that your soft palate is raised, tongue is relaxed, opening up the mouth, at the very least, which I don't think you have a problem doing, but 2 fingers should be able to fit in between in a vertical direction. Your fingers would be in between your teeth. So that's another soft palate raised, tongue relaxed, mouth open, breath control, pulling those stomach muscles in as you're approaching that higher note to get that sound out, and then we're going to be concerned about placement. Okay, if you're still having difficulty, I want to hear, how you would approach that note if we were to do, a scale up to that particular note. And if you just sang that note for me, I would find on the piano and just lead up to that. We would start a few scales down and then lead up into that. And there are also little vocal warm-ups that you can do to see if you can get up above that. A good way to get your vocal cords warmed up would be doing lip drills, which is basically... Milo just looked at me. Hi, sweetie. There's many different ways you can do the lip drills, but because you could start on very, very high, not to hopefully this isn't too loud, but if you start, actually I'm not even going to do it, if you start at the highest note that you can even hit and drag that sound, sliding all the way down through all the notes. Milo is still staring at me. What's up, buddy? Drag that all the way down to your bottom range and keep doing that to kind of get that sound warmed up. So yeah.
Your pup was super confused as to, what is the lip thing that you're doing? Yes, I should do that. I never do that. I should do that more often. And my ignorance pours on thick in regards to things like soft palate. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I think you said it's at the top, the roof of your mouth or some shit. I don't completely recall. I tried it last time and I think it worked, but I can't be 100% positive. If that makes any sort of sense. I'm just not 100% positive. I'm here now. Like I said, I was gonna go practice, but and I got a fart in there too, man. Just figured that was some information you'd like to know. And I can definitely hit the note. Without a doubt, no, I'm going to need help getting to the scale itself. 100%. I know it. But I will record myself hitting the note. You could see if, in regards to how you think it sounds, what advice you have. And I genuinely appreciate it too. You're really probably only one of the very few people, if not the only person I trust to tell me honestly. Like, we had this discussion where I was like, I fucking hate when people just fucking patronize your shit and just like, oh, no, that was so good. Like, shut the fuck up. I know it wasn't. So I definitely appreciate it, and I don't know you'll be giving me an honest answer. But yeah, please explain to me precisely what a soft palate, and I think you said like relax your tongue, something like that, which, I mean, I don't think my tongue is often stressed, but I want to hear what that actually means.
Yeah, sorry. I am kind of talking to you in a way that, I guess, I'm assuming you might know those things. My bad, my B. So, yeah, I mean, you're correct with the soft palate being at the roof of your mouth, right? So, if you were to literally take your tongue and place it at the top, like the roof of your mouth, and then run it all the way back, you'll notice that there's bone, and then all of a sudden there's a soft palate. So when you yawn, that soft palate raises, and it creates this big open space in your mouth. So if you were to actually, I don't know if you're capable of making yourself yawn, I can do that, but when you're doing that, that soft palate raises, and like I said, it creates all that room, which would allow all of that sound to resonate in there, and allow more of the sound out as well. And as for the tongue, and sorry, when I say relaxed, I mean that it shouldn't be raised. So sometimes when people sing, and they're singing incorrectly, their tongue tends to raise, which blocks a lot of that sound. I would even be able to demonstrate those differences of sound when the sound is blocked versus, so just have it be more relaxed and everything be really open. So if you were to just literally imagine yourself yawning, that's the placement that you want your mouth to be in. And if you just first try that out, see how that feels, see where you feel the sound going. You want to be able to feel that sound hitting the roof of your mouth and also feeling that vibration. Just test it out, and definitely warm up. I know it's a fucking pain in the ass, and I still to this day fucking hate it. And it's not something I even want to do, and there are a lot of times where I don't, because sometimes there are songs that I want to sing in a lower register that once I warm up I lose, because it's not technically, it is and it isn't my voice. It's hard to describe, because once you warm up it puts me into the correct placement. It's fucking annoying, let's just say that. So send me what you got, and I will definitely tell you honestly what I think of it. You know that I'm not gonna sugarcoat that stuff, because when it comes to singing, it's you don't gain anything from that. You're not gonna gain anything from me telling you, oh, that was great. I think some students have misunderstood when I say that's really good, you're doing a great job. That doesn't mean from my perspective that means you're perfect and you're a great singer. It means you're doing a great job because you're trying, and you're all, I'm not saying this to you, but I'm saying other students. I will literally say the words, you're a fantastic singer, and you're a really great singer, if I mean that. Otherwise, those terms would be not used. Would not be used. How about I speak correctly first? But yeah, I've had students before where it's well, you said I was good. I was I didn't say, I said you were doing a good job at what I was asking you to do. Not that you're a great singer, and that you should go off and try out and be a fucking super pop star. I'm also a mean bitch. No, I'll tell you honestly. For you, it's just about tweaking some stuff, because you already have the goods. It's just about finding those sweet spots. So record that and let me know, or send it to me however you want to, and we'll see what's going on. Appreciate it, for sure. No, I totally get you. I really actually do.
Regards to the, as you were saying about the yawn thing, I mean, I think I can make myself yawn. If not, I can, I don't feel like trying it. But I can, without a doubt, put my mouth in that position. But I can. So I totally get it. As you said it, I kind of like acted it out to myself. And I also understand what you mean regarding warming up. For something like this, especially, you can't just barrel right into it. I'm sure Tom can. Not your husband, Tom Jones. I just call him on a first name basis. We're tight. I don't think he needs his voice at this point. He's had 60 years of warming up. His voice is just there. Like, you saw that video that I sent you, right, about like him as an old guy. Just, dude, good for fucking you, man. Like, his voice is just unbelievable. Like, I feel like it's just so unique, and it's not one of those situations like, you're doing a great job, Tom, for what you're doing. No, you're doing a great job in general. This definitely needs warming up. So that is something I never do, and it definitely doesn't work for me. Or there are other times that I've overdone it too. I'm very, very guilty of that, where I'll just keep singing and singing and singing and singing and singing, hoping I'm going to get it right, instead of just, all right, well, unfortunately, you're going to have to come back to this tomorrow because now your voice is completely incapable. You're not going to get it now.
Yeah, I totally understand. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back and try it again another day, because you could blow your voice out, and I've done it too with practice. Even recently I was practicing this song that I told you about, that Broadway tune, and it's just like, God fucking damn. I was like, this placement requires so much, because like that muscle for me with belting is not as strong as it could be, because again, like I said, I studied jazz. It's a completely different placement. So it's, it's fucking hard. That's what she said. But yeah, try it out. And yeah, fucking Tom Jones. I honestly almost feel like some of the stuff he was doing at the age he is now, I was like extremely impressed with. Because how the fuck old is he? What is he, in his 70s? Late 70s? Oh, Jesus Christ. I can only hope that, my voice doesn't sound like an old lady at that point. Because he doesn't have that old man sound. His sound is so crisp and he's still so on point. I guess that's what you get with a really fucking phenomenal singer, Like butter. Smooth like butter. Yeah, test it out. Don't blow your voice out, but just practice, that particular note. I don't know if you know vocal warm-ups, like if you do any type of warm-ups to get up to that high note, but I would just, if you know where that note is, start from the bottom, go up to that one, start on top of that note, come back down, just really start exploring around that note so you can get really comfortable there.
For sure. I think truly the bigger issue, I truly feel it, is not the, I can do it. I would definitely need to, it sounds maybe silly, but I feel like if I heard it, you know what I mean? I hear Tom doing it, but I guess that's what I have to do. I guess I have to see, I gotta see what he's doing to get into the song. At least that's like my way of learning, where I'm gonna need to compare my own vocal to it. If I can't at least do exactly what he's doing, there's got to be a way I can do something similarly powerful yet sounds. It's got to sound fucking pure. It is, and first off too. I mean, not first off. I don't know who's counting. Let's count. 80 years old. The dude's voice. I think he actually got better. When he was younger, he was fantastic, but then he went through a short period of time, I don't know if we had this discussion before, short period of time in the 90s where I believe he had something wrong with his throat, which had to be drastically tragic for him personally, and his singing just took a toll. I read someplace I think I read it that he's it's true, I think, but it says that he had some sort of throat cancer, And the goatee is to cover up a scar that he had to like remove it or some shit like that. But so there was a point in the 90s where he just couldn't hit the notes anymore, and it was just like he was probably in his 50s, 60s, and he wasn't sound like after that period that the video I sent you where he had in that red jacket and stuff, in like 89, because I think that was right where his vibrato was just becoming weird and over the top. But I don't know why. There was this weird period of such strong vibrato, and then from there it went to like the voice just sounded strained all the time. I would imagine perhaps it has to do with rest, maybe, or something like that. I mean, the dude was a workaholic, and I feel like if you do that voice every day, all day, as powerful as you're doing. Frank Sinatra had told him, I heard this, who knows, but this is what I believe I heard him say, that Frank Sinatra said, you're not going to be able to sing like that forever. And, I mean, he obviously took some time, he must have, because I just think his voice is sick, especially for 80 fucking years old. Like, good for you, man. That's why I think anybody, if you ever watch that show, sorry, I'm just rambling now, but like, I'm just so amazed by the guy. Everybody around him, like host-wise, that's a celebrity, is in complete awe of him every fucking time he opens his mouth. Like that girl in the video, she's like, I can't believe you're right here singing that, and it's coming out of your mouth hole and into my ear hole. I can't believe I just saw that. It's just great. Like, she's just in such amazement. Like, you're 80, but, you know, if you want to bang, we can do this.
I mean, seriously, his voice, like, to be quite honest, I almost feel like I like it at this age. At 80 years old, I like his straight tone all the way up until that end. It's so, his tonal quality is just fucking on point. Like, at 80 fucking years old, you would think that the vibrato would be worse, because normally people get this, like, old sound because the vocal cords just change. And, I mean, Frank Sinatra is not wrong when he said that, you know, like, you're just not gonna be able to sing like that. Yeah, I think you told me to listen to that one. Of course, I can't remember, like, off the top of my head what it sounds like, but, I mean, you just can't sing like that. And also, night after night after night after night after night, your vocal cords just take a fucking hit no matter how good you are. You know, it's just... I mean, I would love to know, but I knew... Oh, when I listened to Celine Dion, she was singing a live performance. I wasn't there, but I saw on video the live performance, and she was singing My Heart Will Go On. And I heard, I was like, oh wow, she had some auto-tune on. Now, everybody, I fucking love when people are like, no, it's not. I'm like, 100%. I can hear auto-tune instant, like, I'm not trying to be all, like, fucking cocky about it, but it's very easy to hear even when a singer's just using a tiny bit. Just tiny bit. Because you can use it, a great-ass singer can use it because it just makes it even better. It's not, look, if you're a fucking horrendous singer, and you use autotune, no matter how, it's not gonna make you sound good. Because even though it's making you hit those right pitches, it's too mechanical sounding. But so many singers use it. And I don't think anything's necessarily wrong with it, but, you know, it does give it this perfection sound, and I'm not into that, because I personally would rather hear a mess up, because it's more real. It makes me feel like they're more human, and like, oh wow, like I still find them fucking phenomenal. And I don't know, when I heard Celine Dion like used it, and I was like, you fucking motherfucker, you know, really? But she sings night after night after night after night, you know, so it's like, whatever, do what you gotta do. But gotta love when people also use, yeah, it's too commercial. I don't really, I think she's a phenomenal singer, but it's like, whatever. I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't want to do what she does. But, yeah. Oh, Milo almost sounded like he was gonna throw up. He was throwing up yesterday. poor little baby boy. So, what was I saying? Oh, people use like the background tracks. They just put it up to 11, right? They crank that up just a hair higher than your actual vocals, coming through the mic. And that's another technique used, and I'm sure you know that, which is always funny to me. It's like, don't you actually want to sing when you're a performer? Isn't that the purpose? Or is it just to waltz around the stage pretending you're performing? Like, I don't really get it. I don't understand that. But anyway, I'm off the rails just as you were saying before. But let me know how it goes.
Oh, if anyone's rambling, it's me. I just want to reply to you before I forget, because I will forget later, and that's unfortunately if you listen to the message. I totally, not that I don't want to hear your awesome voice again. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like, I think it's what you're saying. Like, the auto-tune, for me at least, when it comes to a professional at her level, it is like, I feel like just find another way to sing it then, you know what I mean? Like, if you can't, I'd much rather that, like Billy Joel, like you're still trying to sound like the track, you're still trying to sound exactly whatever. He's now in age, or in regards to frequency, he has since changed his repertoire to match his voice and continue performing. Like, it's just like, if you can't sing it, don't fucking sing it, Like, choose a different fucking song. No one's expecting the same, I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like Tom Jones, all his songs changed with his voice. He didn't he used auto-tune in one song, and it's actually a great song. Like, the reason it's so good, the song, is it's appropriate. It's not used to correct his voice, it's being used as an effect for this particular song. Like, you can tell throughout, like, he could have hit these notes anyway, it's just there as to spice up the tune a little bit, and no one's saying, hey, this is my voice, this is what I sound like, because it's got to be appropriate, and it's got to be used like an effect, or if it's to fix in not a live performance, but in post. I've definitely been guilty of it, where I'm just like, I'm not going back to the studio because I didn't fucking hit that note, but it'd be great for it to sound that on the record. I'll just have to sing it differently live, and moments where I feel like it's not so obvious because the note was right there, it just needed a little nudge, that's cool. But to do it live does bother me. I feel like Cher's guilty of it. You can hear it a lot in her voice. She used it that once as an effect, and then now it's like, yeah, sure, put it on my mic. No one's gonna care. It's like, well, kinda, but I feel like the regular person doesn't. But for you yourself as a performer, I think at that point that's your job, is entertain. It's no longer, they're not at that level where they're singers. They become entertainers. So it's more, the more the common person listens to and just sits there and applauds for. You know what I'm trying to say? I feel like they've now made the crossover where they're no longer worried about, okay, singing. Yeah, I'm an entertainer. That's my job now, is to go out there every night and make these people fucking happy. That's it, which is something, again, to full circle, is Tom Jones. I feel like he's an incredible example of someone who did that for a very short time, and then I think he realized, you know what, because once his success started dying down and that wasn't required of him, he was able to become a singer again and really take that. I've been recording all of this. It's totally going to be a Tom Jones podcast. Just realized my cameras have been on the whole time. Finally we have a podcast. Should have had you film it on your end too. That would be probably a cool podcast. It's just like you and I talking about artists, and we can totally do it social distance. We can do it about the next episode about Sean Connery. But I feel like, did we come up with a freaking name? No. Oh, if you can remember, that would be awesome, because I'm gonna edit this and put it up and be like, podcast music conversation. You got anything? Something to do about something? Is there one word?
That is gonna piss me the fuck off. Oh my lord. Jeez. Why do I feel like it was something with like lines between the lines? No, that wasn't it, but I don't want to get that stuck in my head. Something, fuck. Why did I feel like I had red in it? It could literally be anything at this point. Oh, damn it. Where the fuck would it be? Were we talking about it on here? Do you remember? Because I could like sit and literally scroll through. Because I know it was, I feel like it was on here. Damn it! You're of no help. Shit. That sucks, because we were like, that would be the name of it. Damn it, I'm gonna fucking look while you do this. No. It was like recent. I'd be digging through, that would take forever. First of all, we don't even have that stuff from that long ago. Oh man. Well, now I'm on a mission. You go practice. I'm gonna fucking look. I'm fucking looking.
Big boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Send me boss man, don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Well, I wanna be a boss man, the one's gonna treat me right. I work hard in the daytime, wanna rest easy at night. Big boss man, well, don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Big boss man, well, you hear me when I call. Well, alright, well, you ain't so big, you just tall, that's all. Well, I want me a drink of water, but you won't give me sun. I work hard in the daytime, under the blazing sun. Big boss man, oh, don't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you know you just tall, that's all. Hey! I said to me, boss man, don't you hear me when I call?